Hello and welcome to the live stream today. My name is Michael, and today is the second day of our challenge to go from zero to $1 million per year at trading stock market. So on this channel, we are scalping, trying to enter at discount prices and basically scalping 20-30 points. If you watched the introduction or if you watched my previous stream, then you know that I don't like to be in a trade for a long time. I'm quite impatient. That's why longer intraday scalps are pretty much not for me, and this is the style basically I prefer. So this channel and this series, I would say, is for beginners. So I'm trying to target the beginners, and basically on this channel, I'm by no means an expert in trading. I am learning, so this channel is to kind of document my journey, maybe to be a little bit more responsible with my trades, and also hopefully to share my knowledge as I learn, as I make new distinctions, and hopefully as the stream grows with time, we get more viewers and we can maybe test strategies, share ideas, test concepts, etc. So right now it is almost 9:30. We've got 7 minutes to the opening bell. I am trading. Let me just move the windows a little bit. Okay. I am trading. I will be trading Nasdaq. We are trading very small to start with, and we will be trading the New York session. Yesterday, let's just do a quick recap of yesterday. So I took a few scalps on stream. So this was the day yesterday. Okay, hopefully you can see it. So this was the first trade we took, and it turned out to be a winner for 23 points. This was another trade we took, and that was a loser for 18 points. This trade here I took later in the morning session, and this was unfortunate break even. I entered late. I should enter off that red line here, but I entered almost 10 points later, and unfortunately the market reversed. We got stopped because I moved my stop to break even because of that delay, and we got stopped. Should we enter at this line, then we probably wouldn't get stopped, and this would be a very nice winner. We missed a few entries as well. This was my potential entry, but market dropped very quickly. I didn't put my limit order here, and as you can see, this would be a success. Another one, I think I wanted to enter off this line. Again, I missed it. I was too scared to enter for whatever reason. And then I think I entered here. Hard to say, I don't remember what was that. But I know just before we left there was a losing trade. Yeah, I think this was the losing trade. Yes, because I was supposed to enter short here, so basically sell, which would be a winner. But unfortunately, I entered long, and that was a loser. So we ended up, I think, about, let me calculate, 35 points negative. We ended the stream. And just before I went to bed, I just sat down, and just before the session ended, so right in this vicinity here, I took like 2 or 3 trades here. One was a loser, And I think I had 2 or 3 winners here, just very quick scalps, 10, 15 points. And I ended up the day break even. So no loss for yesterday, so we could say we are starting fresh. Today, 3 minutes to the opening bell, so a few of the important levels. We ended the session here, so that is what the opening range gap is going to look like. This is going to be opening range gap low, because we are going to open higher, so this will probably get closed. And then this is where the session ended, stopped for 1 hour. So this is the level we need to pay attention to, and it seems like we are going to open near this level. And this is the closing level, and this is the opening at 6 o'clock. So those are important levels to watch for today. Unfortunately, no news today yet again, so it may be again a slow market. We'll see how it goes. I really don't like to trade in these conditions because the market can get unpredictable. So we'll see. 2 minutes to the opening bell. And let's see where the liquidity is, meaning the stops. Okay, we have a really nice liquidity here. So let's just say this is liquidity. This is going to be minor buy side liquidity. Okay, so market probably will go there at some point. This is the London high from today's morning session in London. We do have liquidity here as well. Sell side. Okay, so this probably deserves a little bit thicker line. So let's see which liquidity is going to be taken first. 1 minute. I sorted the delayed date on my 15-minute chart, so hopefully no issues today. And let's see. Today, maybe if we have some time, I will talk about prop firms and how to actually select the best prop firm account for your trading needs. That is if we have time. And also definitely do watch the introduction video. The link will be in the description of this live stream, simply because that is going to give you an overview of the plan. What are we trying to achieve here, and how are we trying to achieve it as well. Okay, so it seems like we are going down. We just closed the gap. So you can see we touched the line, which was pretty much to be expected. And now we are targeting this liquidity here. This is a really nice pool of liquidity. The question is if we are going lower after that, or if we're just going to take it and then run higher. Let's watch this for a while. Nice dump. It is a nice dump and no liquidity taken yet. Let's see. This could be a long, potentially. So I would be a buyer here if it wasn't for that liquidity. So I think it may want to actually grab this liquidity before running higher. Plus we still have that massive void and closed and not closed gap, and the weekly opening gap, everything below us. So just seemed to me like we may want to target lower prices, unfortunately, but doesn't matter as long as it moves, to be honest, in a predictable way. Key. Let's see what we build up here. Okay, so that could have been a decent scalp with zero drawdown potentially, as long as it keeps going higher. That would be only 14 points so far. So I would want to go at least to that blue line. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a look at my 5-minute screen as well to see what's going on here. Yeah, there is so much space beneath the current prices. Hmm. Okay, volatility is decent so far in the open. So let's see if it continues throughout the session. Yep, so the liquidity is now being taken here as expected. Now the question is if we are going to dump from here, because there is simply nothing, absolutely nothing stopping us to go lower. If we reverse, then we would have to reverse from 182 level, which is a middle of the 4-hour gap. 182, that's about here where we are right now. That would be a scary knife cut. Okay. Okay, so that liquidity is now gone. This is also the low from yesterday's session. That's all gone now. We had a small order block. This is the last chance to reverse from here if it is going to reverse, which it is not going to do so. So we do have a nice order block. I would probably be even tempted to try and catch the knife, falling knife from there. If we can go to 128 level. Where is the 128 level? That's this line here. Can we go that low? Let's see. Let's see. Maybe not on the first pass. Interesting. See, it's this area here. I'm interested in. There is absolutely nothing here. So starting from 146. This is nice. I would want to enter here. If we get there. This could be potential bounce long. Okay, so we have a little bounce here. Testing the New York low from yesterday. Do we have a first presented fair value gap right now? Yep, we have it here. So let's mark this. And today is 22nd October. Let's lock it. Okay, so fair value gap is a 3-candle formation, like I said yesterday. So this is where the candle ends. This is where the third candle starts. Okay, well, it's a swing high kind of. And that space in between those candles and the middle candle is the gap, meaning there was the price basically just traded down here. And it seems like it is bouncing off that gap right now. Going to go through for higher, or is it going to dump from here? What time is it? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. A little small order block, potential order block here. Dump right through. Okay, we are creating lower lows. So let's see how this plays out. It's a strong push. Is it going to take this high? Or is it going to dump from here? Okay, so it took the high. So liquidity taken. It stopped at New York session high from the 16th of October. See. Where is this going? Low. Okay. I wonder if we are going to bounce from. That's a nice bounce. I'm not gonna rush into trades here because, like I said, no news today, so everything is going to happen, and I do need to to be more patient. So now the question is, are we going to continue moving lower from here or from here? That's a 22nd, today's 22nd. So if we might actually revisit this price level here, potentially, and continue lower, which it looks like that from the formation, at least on the 1 minute time frame. Or we might actually bounce from this or this order block. Actually check something. Okay. That is first chance. We do have this gap here. And we may be targeting this minor buy side liquidity above here. And there is also buy side liquidity here. And here. So let's see. I am really tempted to take a short from here. Five, about 15 points stoppers that would be. Would be above view up. We are moving quite strong, which is not to my liking. We took off this order block here. Tough call. Think I'm gonna hold off here. Maybe I shouldn't. That is a really strong push. Have a massive week on the 15-minute chart, starting on the open. Okay, so that could have been a good trade, potentially, to the black line. This is our opening range. Okay, so it seems like we're bouncing off this order block. And let's put some measurements on that wick. Mhm. Okay, so we tested upper quadrant of the 15-minute wick right now, and we are bouncing off that. Let's see if it lasts. Nothing going on right now. Just bouncing up and down in the opening range gap. It's not a big gap. 65, 20 points gap. That's not a big one. Okay. So the question is, okay, so we bounced off here. We are creating the first higher high right now. And the question is, are we gonna go as high as this one? Okay, that looks good. waiting patiently. Nothing to do for us here right now. Hmm. Five, 105. 395 to 305. Let's see. Okay, so we touched on the 10th of October. Volume balance. There was the opening gap as well here. 10 o'clock is coming. So hopefully maybe a potential reversal or something. Okay, there is a small order block here as well. Okay, we wait. We wait until we see something that is high probability. Right now I have no idea because we bounced off here. I guess you could say you could enter a short from here, but at the same time we have created a higher high here. Another area of interest to me would be this area here, but we have equal highs here, which is a high potential candidate for a run on liquidity, meaning they may want to actually take these stops. Okay, what about a long? Could we enter a long somewhere right now? We went up higher, so potential bounces, well, the best would be to bounce from this area here. But that means we are like really low for a potential break lower. And I am thinking no, I don't see anything interesting here. We have a massive gap here, might be of interest. There is a small gap here. This one don't need anymore. 6th October until now. Where are you going, Nasdaq now? Going, showing something. It's almost 10 o'clock right now. What is the range on the session? Let's measure it. 116 points. So might as well stay in this range because no news today. Let's see. Nothing for me to do on the 5-minute chart. There is a runaway gap on the 5-minute chart as well. One could enter a view up here. This is the middle of the open range gap as well. Previous day, this is New York session high from 6th October, London low from yesterday. And this is scary. Okay, so it seems like we are moving up. Maybe to take this minor buy side liquidity here, start with, and maybe not. Let's wait and see. No trades on the 5-minute chart and no trades on 1-minute chart. If there is anything on the 2-minute chart. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we just wait. I must say I am much more patient on those live streams. So that's good. And I am also much more calm, which is good as well. So hopefully we can benefit all from these live streams at some point. And obviously hit our target, $1 million per year. However long it takes. Now, you need to ask yourself if it's going to work for, if it's going to be worth for you, because to me, it is definitely worth. Okay, so if you consider, say, your average salary, wherever you are in the world, how long you have studied, how long you have learned for to get this job, how much time you are spending every day in traffic, getting to and from your job. And then consider the opposite, okay? The potential that the trading offers. It's not that hard to learn, okay? There is still learning curve. The potential is, well, pretty much unlimited, to be honest. You don't have to learn for like 5 years, study for 5 years. You can do this in a much quicker time. You can make much more money, and what's most important, you can trade for like 2 hours per day, 3 hours per day, be done and enjoy your day. So those are the kind of most appealing reasons to me. So to me, it's definitely worth learning, despite the hard sides. However, talking about this, the hardest thing in trading to me are emotions. Okay, it's not even the system, it's not the strategy, it's emotions, because emotions can cloud your thinking. And okay, just a second, are we missing a trade here? That was one of the levels for a potential bounce. We previously bounced off this level, previously of this level. So now maybe it was time for this level here. Now I don't like it, it's too high. I don't even know where would I put my stop loss here for this long. I would have to put it, so if I entered off this line, 243, I would have to put my stop loss somewhere here, 230, just below these lines. But we have kind of created lower high here, which is what I don't like. So I think we may be actually targeting the lower prices. I'm not a big fan of this formation. I can see this gap. I can see we are bouncing of it. Okay, so no bodies here, no candle bodies. So we may be accumulating to go higher. But again, not my favorite type of the trade. It is 10:06 New York time. I would like this to dump, to be honest. But where? Into this gap, probably. Ideally, I would like to enter long somewhere along this level here, which is 188, 190. We'll mark that. We have not tested it yet. But that would be a dangerous play, and I would need to do something like see, we have this nested one over another fair value gaps, first fair value gaps plus the New York low from 21st October. So this may offer strong resistance. Not an ideal trade. To get at least 1 to 2, we would have to target this order block. something like that, if we even get there. One time of the day today. Let's see. Yeah, so like I was saying, to me this is definitely definitely worth it. You need to decide for yourself if you want to spend some time learn it. I can tell you from experience that there is definitely a learning curve, but the emotions are the major part of it. They do cloud your thinking, you enter late, you get late entries, you exit too early, and it messes up your statistics, etc. So that's the biggest part. So we'll see. For example, today we are very patient. We didn't take any trades, which is good. I think in the hindsight, we could potentially take a stab long at 18350, which was 18350, which was this daily opening gap from 7th, or this high. So somewhere in the vicinity of this area. And this was the middle of the 4-hour gap. So potential candidate for a bounce. But I wasn't sure if it's gonna bounce from here or just move lower, as there is a lot of space to close. There, okay, 10-10. Let's see if we can start moving. Can we start moving from here? Let's see. Okay, I see. So we had lower low. We took down these lows. See, I missed it. Why did I miss it? For goodness sake. It's here. Lower low. We took down this low and we revisited this order block. So while a little bit too low, we could have start entering from this area here. Okay, so that would be the perfect entry. And I think this could be the trade of the day, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, that's already, even to this line, that's already 25 points, which is a nice trade. And it keeps going lower. Let's see. I should stop talking and start paying attention to charts. So streaming makes me definitely calmer, more patient, but also less focused on the charts while I'm talking. Okay, we are moving down. Yep. Nice. So you may be looking for this inefficiency here. We had only trading up through this gap, but no trading down. So let's see if we can close this gap, potentially. Maybe we can move here. Would I want to enter a long? Let me try. Okay, that would be a really good trade. We had this volume imbalance here, as you can see between those two candles. I normally mark it yellow. Okay, so that would be a potential entry for us. Yeah, lower high, breakdown, test, moving down. Really nice trade. Damn. and also the name macro, which is Tom. Yeah. Damn you, Nasdaq. So now we are within the gap. This is way too high to enter a long from here, try to catch a knife. Way too high, because my stop would have to be below these candles here. And that's like 222. That's 42 points. That's way too much. Okay, we are testing the middle of midpoint of that 15-minute wick right now, which may potentially be a bouncing point. Okay, the bodies are not penetrating the gap too much right now. Let me measure this quickly. Hopefully I have enough time to do this. Okay, I'm gonna enter the trade here. Late entry. But let's see, what's going on? My cursor froze. Okay, so we have 17, 18, 20 points almost. Very good. Well, late entry, but still okay-ish. And I think I'm gonna exit now for 20 points. Good and bad. There is good and bad about this. First of all, I am on the 2-minute. That was too quick. Okay, so see, this is almost perfect. Almost perfect. I probably could have held this for a little bit longer. So I entered here on this line. I was meaning to enter here, okay, middle of that red candle. I wouldn't get an entry here, but I noticed we are dropping, so I entered, but I got filled higher. And then I exited here. I could have held up until this red candle, which would be a good point of exit for a very quick scalp. But it looks like overall we may be moving higher right now. Okay. Anyway, we got, I don't know how many points, we'll see. So almost there. Almost there. Let's see, 40 points, 20 points. We got exactly 20 points looking at the statistics. So we entered at, switch the screen. We entered the trade at 196.75. 196.75. So this is our entry. Our stop would be 72, somewhere here. And we exited at 216.75. 216.75. Like that. Quick trade. 0.74, so a little bit less than I would expect. See, it's moving higher. So good idea. I'm happy with the 20 points, obviously, very quickly, but looking at the structure, longer structure, we are looking bullish, maybe, I don't know. Don't take my word for it. Anyway, we are going to, okay, we have this line, so let's bullish order block. And my idea was to exit somewhere here. Yeah, this may go higher now to take down this liquidity up here. Or maybe finally close this void, this space beneath us. We'll see. Anyway, let's take the screenshot. This trade. Okay, so first trade on the day. Very quick and fast execution. Where is my journal? Trading journal. Bring it up here. I tend not to enter any trades after I exited my trades, so not interested. I can enter now the details into my journal. So 20 points. Let's select the screenshot. Screenshot. Profit ratio was 1:07. Instrument, we traded micros. Okay. Let's see comments. Comments are late entry market moving down fast and didn't get to my bullish order block. Early exit. Got a bit scared. But ideally I should target this line, so we would get 27 points. Oops, lost my journal. Scared. Could target the down red candle. At least was there a better way to do this? And bounce. Well, there was really nothing here, to be honest. So we could target the London low and the first value gap. At least. Or London low and first value gap. Higher. As there was nothing in win. Okay, all ideas added, save, and move on. Good, so that is our first trade. Let's lock it in. Not bad, not the best. See, for some reason I did not notice the support line here. If I did, I would probably target with my line, not here, but the support line here. And that would actually give us the absolutely perfect entry. For how many points? If we entered here and exited here, 40 points, nice. Okay, never mind. Let's move on, see if we can find something else here. Again, emotions. Keep emotions at bay. Okay, so what's going on now? We have higher high, lower high, lower high, breakdown. We retested this bullish order block. Is this a valid bullish order block? Bearish order block, sorry. Order block. Let's see. Potentially, again, I'm not an expert at this just yet. Anyway, the market has bounced off this and is moving lower right now. See, and it touched my order block here. Would I take a trade again from this line? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because we are clearly making a bearish formation. Can it go higher from here? Absolutely yes. Can do anything it wants. So this order block has done its job right now. I'm going to delete that. I will be putting the result of the trades in the chat. Again, we don't have many viewers right now because it's a new series, so it's gonna take a while to build up audience. I am doing this a little bit more for myself so far, and hopefully others can join when they are ready. Some of these companies, the prop firms, require you to record trading anyway. So if they ask me ever for the proof of this and this trade, then everything is on YouTube, which makes life easier and doesn't take much space, recording space on my hard drive as well. So, all good. Okay, we are right now at the daily midpoint, the midpoint of the daily candle 20th October. Ooh, wow. Okay, it's a nice dump. Yep, so this was our trade that I missed. This one here. And that sucks because, like I said previously, it was already here. Higher high, that's fine. Then lower high, breakdown, retest of the volume imbalance here and this order block, and straight down. If I had the nerves to even sit through it, then we would be now 100 points in profit. But I wouldn't, I can tell you that. The best case scenario, I would exit somewhere here in this vicinity. So that is something I need to work on, definitely. Okay, oh, okay. We are getting to my line here, which is my point of interest, definitely. So will I try to catch a knife? Let's go. Catching the knife. 100 points down. We are entering here. I would be interested, actually. I would be interested. It's scary as hell. Okay, let's see. So that line is 122. 122 by limit. Is it going to dump through it just like that? Or is it going to bounce off it? Okay, entered the trade as we speak. Now the moment of truth. Let's see. Okay, where is my stop? Where is my stop? My stop would be about 110. 110. So just below. That needs to be a quick scalp. Either goes up or stops me out. And it looks like it's going to stop me out here. In which case we are going to enter lower. 5, 6. Oh, come on, what's going on? Come on, move up. 20 points. I'm going to move to break even very soon. Oh, damn. Give me 20 points, please. Okay, that's gonna stop us. Come on, you. 20 points, Nasdaq. Stopped. Ah, okay. Unfortunately, we got stopped, which is a shame. But it seems like we are closing all that shit you can see in the... See? All that. This is empty void. Now the next stop is this line here. And this is the opening range gap that was not closed at all. Is there anything that I could enter from here? Is there anything around this line? There is this. So exactly on this line. 25006. 25006. 25006. And our stop, this is gonna go lower. Okay, nice. So we closed the 4-hour gap. I can delete that from my 15-minute chart. And now, damn, this is good. Should be strong. Should be strong. So let's see. If not that, then we have 49 level below and 33. Both are strong candidates for reversal. Or at least a scalp. Oh, damn you, Nasdaq. You must be kidding me. Now we are pushing higher. One break-even trade, put it in the comments. So 2 trades taken on stream. No, I wouldn't want to wait that long. There's so much stuff going on here. We have that gap, we have weekly opening gap, opening range gap, weekly opening gap, volume imbalance on the daily chart. That's crazy. It seems like it's bouncing off that order block to go down. Now I keep this on my chart for a little bit longer. And let's observe. Now there is a big pool of liquidity. I'm going to mark this on my liquidity major sell side. And that is from 19th October. And I think they might want to target it. Layout. Here, oh, I have it actually on my chart. So, double. Here. And that scares me a bit. So first bounce, potential bounce, 25066. Next potential bounce, 0.50. And the third potential bounce, 0.34. Weekly. Now it has to give us some bounce of that line. I refuse to believe otherwise. Okay, we are waiting for things to happen. Now this void has been closed. Okay, good. Another thing to delete of my charts. So that's been done. Unfortunately, my order block did not work. Let's just get rid of it. Wow, look at that potential trade we did not enter. 180 points. If you traded one contract, that's a lot. That's 3,800, isn't it? Nice. And if you traded this over 25 accounts, that gives a nice amount of money to have. Time will come for that. Okay, so let's see. So I entered 122. So our second trade was at 122 on that candle. Somewhere here. With a stop somewhere here, and we got immediately break even. I'll leave it like that. but this was a break-even trade. I'll leave it like that. Let's lock it. Okay. Let's see what's gonna happen now. So we have a bearish formation right now. I believe we are at upper quadrant of that gap here. Let me just measure it on the 5 minute. Yes, exactly upper quadrant. So we are working the upper quadrant of this opening range gap, which is completely not closed. There was no action, no price action whatsoever. So I think they will just close it today. I think they will take down this major sell side liquidity and work a little bit lower, maybe bounce off the bottom of this gap, and that would close the weekly gap, close the opening range gap, and partially close the volume imbalance as well. So to be honest, looking at the volume imbalance, this yellow area here, we need to, for the market to be efficient, we need to have price down and price up. Right now, we have nothing through it. Okay, on the daily chart, you can see that's kind of an empty space. So we may even dump through it completely, either say the next few days, and then move up, or otherwise I don't see any other possibility, or maybe revisit this later, but I think this will be revisited at some point, if not now. Okay, what is this thing doing here right now? What is this thing doing? So we have gap here, gap here. This is not the gap. We have a gap here. We have a gap here. Okay, let's measure this move so far. What's going on? This is 11:50, so we are approaching 11 a.m. macro right now as well. I was supposed to measure it. So let's measure it. It is going lower. Has to go lower. Has to go lower. Now, what's going on the 5-minute chart? 5-minute chart tells us oh, this is 2-minute chart. Okay, we are approaching that line. Should I take a trade here or not? It's very tempting. 25066. I will mark this on my screen. 25066. Where would be my stop? 0.38. I think I'm gonna lower the size on that trade and potentially build it up, hopefully. because six. Let's see how it reacts. I do not like how it's looking. Is it going to touch it? It's very shy. Very shy. Then we have a lot of things going on here. We have a lot of things. It's either going to pump hard through it. It's definitely a high risk trade. Show me your skill, Nasdaq. Show me your skill. Okay, we are mid opening range gap. Just one tick. Is that it? Oh, shoot. 67. You bastard. Could have gone 2 ticks lower, 2 points lower. Give me entry. Now, this candle changes the situation a bit. Come on, come on, come on, come on, go down. And give me entry. I'm gonna take the entry here. Let's see. 2027. Okay, I stop. I'm gonna show you the trade. I need to work out my stop quickly here. In terms of, okay, this is the midpoint, which is 49. Okay, so my stop is decently placed. And I really want to build up this position potentially. So maybe to 46 and sorry, 46 and 33. 46 and 33. 46 and 33. This is just a quick scalp. Give me 20 points and I am out. Or even I will move it to break even in a second. 20 points, I'm out. Why? Oh, come on. I didn't. Ah, shit. Okay, that needs to be break even now. 20 points I want. I missed the exit here. Come on, 20 points. It did its job here. It did it. Let's see. I'm just gonna leave it unless I will get stopped here. Potentially 10 points is nothing. Move it. Shall I leave it? No. have to exit. 25, 27. Exit. Come on, give me exit. Good. Okay, so we have another winning trade. We have another winning trade. So let's switch to the mainstream screen. And now let's mark this on the screen. So we entered exactly at the bottom, which is nice. 5575. 5575, which is here. I meant to build up this position if we went lower. Okay, so I'll leave it maybe at 40 points. I don't remember what it was. This is a nice bounce. And our exit was for a quick scalp 0.80. 0.80, which is here somewhere. So we got 24 points, which is nice. Let's lock it. Okay. Nice. So we almost got to the consequent encroachment of the opening range gap from the 20th of October. 24 points. Winning trade for 24 points. 3 trades so far on the day. Good. That is 1050. Let's move it to 11. Let's see what's gonna happen at 11. Okay. Now let's let it do its thing right now. And let's mark this trade in a journal. Where is our journal? Trade in journal. So, trade win 24 points. Strategy instrument MMQ. It's a pity I had a very small trade, but it doesn't matter. What was the ratio? This trade 0.6. It's a very small scalp. 0.7, okay, 0.6, 61. Okay, I don't have 0.6, so I'll do 0.7, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay. Waiting patiently for it to dump to the opening gap. Quickly opening gap and opening range gap midpoint. See, enter it and exit it. Maybe too early. Exit it. I was targeting this candle here, so okay, 24 points. Exit it. Might be a bit early as market moved to. Where did it move to? It's still going. Might go all the way up now. It may actually go to this order block here, in which case I would be probably interested to go short. We'll see. Anyway, moved, let's see, moved higher. Okay, instrument strategy, win 24 points, choose file, save trade. Done. Let's move on. Okay, so we have 24 and 44 points on the day, which is very nice. Initial balance. What is initial balance? Okay, so that has been definitely closed. I will delete that. Initial balance is the highest point and the lowest point within the first hour of trading. So starting 9:30 to 10:30. Where is 10:30? 10:30. So this is our initial balance, I believe. Okay, so we bounced around this. I didn't see that on my chart earlier. Bounced, broke down, first breakdown. We touched on the weekly opening gap. We moved a little bit lower, but we didn't touch the midpoint of the weekly opening gap. We closed half of the opening range from the 20th, which is good. I will still keep it on my chart. And now we created higher high. Okay, see that? So is Nasdaq planning to go higher now? Interesting. So two possibilities now. If this is true, I am speaking slowly because I am thinking. That is nice. Damn, it's got this major sell side here. So what I think is going to happen, and I'm going to mark this on my 15-minute chart, 15-minute order block bullish. Okay, and I'm going to sing this entire layout. Oh, that's surprising. So it went up. Hang on a second. I didn't have time to take measurements. So let's measure this and see if there is nothing cooking in the air here. Okay. Do we have an inversion gap? We have a gap here and we have an inversion gap here. Let's go background. Okay, so we inverted this gap, meaning we broke down, we created the gap, and now we trade hard through it. It's a little bit low. We created another gap here. Value gap. We created another gap here. Okay, just where the initial balance is. And then we bounced off the lower part, the lower quadrant of this entire move. So to my liking, I would prefer this to go a little bit lower, but nothing is perfect here. Nothing is perfect. Okay, that's the midpoint of the entire move right now. And that's the midpoint of the initial balance. So looking at the entire move broken down, so we bounced off this order block here. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen now. Let's be patient. Don't mess it up. Volatility is good. About where is my 5 minute? Wow, that's a nice bounce. Okay, but that is still on the 5 minute chart. It is a bearish formation. On the 15-minute chart, we have a lot of stops here. We still have a lot of stops where it says major sell side on my screen. That's a lot of stops here. And if it really wants to push, then we have another sell side, even lower, major sell side. This is 950. And it seems like we have another 4-hour gap to be closed. I need to have it on my screen right now. There it is, 4-hour gap. Which needs to be closed at some point as well. And there are a lot of things lower as well. That is a nice bounce. Okay, so did it go to where yep, almost there, the midpoint here. So we have a VWAP here. We have nested fair value gaps here. And we have midpoint here. Not that I want to short here, although I said I probably would. Maybe I should. This is such a reasonable place to short it. But it seemed to have a lot of strength here. Do I short it here or do I not short it? Can somebody tell me? This is a really nice area for short. Maybe a small one. Where would I put my stop loss if it even did go to that line, which is 199? I would have to place my stop loss, maybe 112, so to 12. That's about 15 points, not bad. Not bad at all. So would it want... There we go. We had the EMI on the 20 EMI on the 5-minute chart as well here. So how do we read this price action now? $240 points, 240 points, 10% is 24. So we scalped 20% on the range so far. It's kind of in line with expectations. And we wait for something to happen. I'm not gonna draw it, but I am considering going short either from here. If it gives me that opportunity, or maybe higher from here. We are definitely at premium right now, considering this entire move. Oops. What's going on? I think I lost connection. Live. Think we are still live. Yeah, okay. So let's see, 11:10. Okay, so it should start moving. Should start moving. Now, which way is it going to? my bet is down. My bet is down first. It almost got to my target here, which is nice. So for future reference, if I were to enter the long somewhere here, for a longer bounce, bigger bounce, then I need to exit just before the order block. This will be a perfect exit here. How many points? Where did I enter? I entered here. 134 points. Wow. That's nice. Okay, that's an advanced level, not just yet. Not just yet. Okay, moving down as expected, 11:10. And the question is, let me move it to 11:30. That's going to be end of our live stream for today. Somewhere around this line. And that's also the end of the morning session. Now, going back to the price action. Ideal potential entry for long. Here, New York high from 2nd October. This line is still relevant. 2nd October, that's 20 days ago. But still providing some resistance and some support. I guess we can delete it. Let's see, or not yet. Let's see if we bounce from this line, because that line would be the first perfect level to bounce off if we are to go higher from here. Okay, I'm just going to copy it to my other layouts and see where that line is. Should be right. So that's first level. The second level is that initial balance low, which is right in the middle of that gap and in the deep discount here. It would be in the discount. Okay. So that is a potential bounce here in this area. But then where would you put your stop? So if I was to enter from this line, my stop would be here. But I do have a feeling that we may actually dump into this area. The absolute ideal would be here, the midpoint. Again. But if we get so low, I think we're gonna go lower. So that is a risky trade. That is a risky trade. It did create higher high here, but overall it's still lower low, isn't it? You can clearly see lower low, lower low, lower high, sorry. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Okay, then we have this. This is the first, I mean, I guess you could call it higher high as opposed to this one. Higher high, higher high, higher high. So this could give potential bounce. I don't think I'm very excited to enter here. It did provide some support. How's that bounce? I would be quick to exit somewhere here. Let's see. Oh, 20 points, not bad. So that would be another 20 points so far, if you did take the trade. I'm gonna delete this in my charts now. I'll leave just that for reference. So we did see a 20-point bounce so far. Looks like it wants to go higher from here. I'm still not sold on this idea. We have two gaps. Breakaway gap, we've got inversion gap here. We do have this gap. And no other gaps. We do have this gap here, which is closed now. So I think, okay, this entry was here at the discount below midpoint. And that up move, so okay, I guess. But too high. So, well, I guess we could take it. For a quick scalp, but I was not overly excited here. I am still considering if we should enter somewhere in this vicinity here. If it touches this line again, this would be perfect. But again, like I said, I have a feeling that this will create a lower low here. See, only 20 points bounce here, which is nice scalp. But still, where are you going, Nasdaq? Where are you going? Are you going to enter this gap and bounce off? I don't think so. It's got a lot of unfinished business here. That's what I can say. This is unfinished business, this liquidity. This volume imbalance, unfinished business to me. Opening range gap, still not closed. We did go to the consequent encroachment, which is the midpoint of this opening range gap. But still we have this half of the gap left. We have a lot of stops here. This is a major sell side liquidity. Below here. We did not touch the weekly opening gap low, which I think we will still do. Is this gap closed? Weekly opening gap high 6th October. Yeah, this has been traded through. I think we will see lower prices here today. I might be wrong, but it doesn't look like it's done. At least until it takes this liquidity. Maybe in the afternoon session. I am looking at the 5-minute chart that I have below. These are scary knife catches, to be honest. Very scary. Because you have next liquidity at 9.56. So there is an order block here that I am interested in entering to the long side, to the upside. It's 77, but we have liquidity to be taken at 51. And a gap that is lower, that is still not closed. Tough call, tough call. And we made a nice profit as well today, so we don't want to take unnecessary risks. If it's bullish, then it should bounce somewhere here and just go straight up. Okay, so we are working that gap now. I told you about, we are entering a deep discount right now on that move up. Dumpings. Okay, initially bounced off that gap, breakaway gap. If it leaves that gap open, but I think it's gonna just trade through it. Delete that gap, no need for it. I really don't like it. Should I enter a trade here or not? My answer is probably not. I'm gonna leave it. See, so that would be my entry. And I would probably get stopped out somewhere here. This wants to go lower. That line would be my point of interest. But if we get to this line, then we have this major sell side here. And then we have the bottom of the gap, opening range gap here. And then we have the volume imbalance here. And then we have another order block here. Yuck. That sucks. That really sucks. How about a short here to take these stops? Can I take a short here? We know it wants to go lower. Now we definitely know, but it may go in just one pass. Okay, it's gonna dump from here. It's going to bounce. Okay, so we now close the weekly opening gap on the 20th of October, which is great. That's one thing ticked off my list. We do have this major sell side liquidity that needs to be taken. And now the question is that enough for it to reverse? Or are we going to close that gap? It's one thing, and then close the volume imbalance, second thing. Let's see. We are entering dangerous territory on the common sell side. Okay, let's try and see if we can build up the position. Maybe here. What's the spread here? 26, this is 78. It's a tough range. Oh, that's not gonna bounce from here. Maybe it will. So this is definitely unfinished business right now. It does want this liquidity, but it might be leaving this for later. No. So definitely this point was broken, so we are bearish. We are bearish. Okay, working its way down or not. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. What time is it now? Okay, there is a chance for a bounce because we are entering the launch macro right now. I believe we have divergences on the RSI as well. 3. Okay, go lower Nasdaq, don't leave it now. Yeah. Come on. Let's finish off with one more trade. I'm gonna 44 points today. Okay. I would like one more winning trade. But if we are going to get it, I don't know. Let's see, on the 1 minute chart, we have this order block. See, so it's working now, this order block here. This order block on the 1 minute, but I am interested in a dump taking us to this area here. This area and this area. If we can build a position here, see, we've got this liquidity here. So my stop, if I put a stop here, which is where I should put my stop, that's a sucker stop, because that's right where the sell side liquidity is. This I can delete. That's my chart. Okay, we are moving down. Okay, I definitely see a reversal on the horizon. At some point. Okay, 11:30 macro starts now. Let's stay with Nasdaq for a second. This is dangerous territory. Okay, sell side. Where did I want to enter? Somewhere here. Opening up high and low. Okay, let's see what can we get. Lower. I want lower prices. Okay, that's gonna push down now. How much? We don't know. I will try to catch a knife if it goes down a little bit more. Okay, we are working that order block right now. Give me a little bit lower. Come on, Nasdaq. Just a tad lower. Come on. Work that. Lower. Lower. So that sell side is gone. Now I want it to go a little bit lower. Still a little bit lower. Don't reverse here, please. Just dump. Just dump. It gave me the chance to enter it, but I wanted. Okay, that would be another 20 points. Maybe I should have entered because that may go up now. So was that a stupid idea? I don't know. No, I really wanted to go a little bit lower. Well, if we miss it, then we will end this live stream for today. And tomorrow is Thursday. So I will be streaming tomorrow. See now, if it goes back there, I would probably be afraid to enter. Why didn't you go a little bit lower? Just a little bit. 997. that weekly opening gap. Probably so I don't get my entry. Okay, so that opening range gap is now closed, which is another thing to tick off from my list. I'm just going to remove it because I can't see anything here. Weekly opening gap is closed as well. So what we have left is that volume imbalance, daily volume imbalance. We worked majority of it, but I still think we are going to lower. Question is where. Take that. Mm, 5, 7, 1, 5, 7. Sell side. Here we have manual sell side. Okay, let's see. So is this a higher high or are we jumping lower? This could be a higher high. No, we did not break the structure here. So that is still bearish. That is still bearish. So it's gonna give me my entry soon. The question is, do I want it now? Do I want my entry, original entry here? Because this order block has done its job here. Small bounce. Okay, so we do have higher high, lesser higher low. Can we get a higher high? I'm going to measure this entire move. And we will watch this for the entertainment purposes. Still dumping. Okay, so volume imbalance. Still bearish. No break of structure. We do have higher low here. Could say that. We have a doji on 5-minute chart. Nothing. Okay, we did enter the launch macro now. So there is a possibility of a bounce. I'll give it a few more minutes. If there is no opportunity to enter a trade, I will just finish the live stream for today and do something more interesting. I think what we can see is during the lunch macro, which is 11:30 to 1:30, we might see a bounce up and then potentially continue down to close this volume imbalance here. Maybe even close this 4-hour gap, take down this minor sell side here, and maybe bounce off this 4-hour, that's a 4-hour gap. And that would be quite a nice bounce from here. Yeah, so if we did that, that would give us a nice pass through the volume imbalance, daily volume imbalance. And then on the way up, we would have the pass to the upside, which would be a perfect scenario for continuation up. Let's see. What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is just holding up there. See this on my screen at all? Just sitting there doing nothing right now. So maybe it's waiting for Nasdaq to start moving up again. We'll see. Okay, what's going on here? Still no break of structure. We have this small higher low here. We are moving above the lower quadrant here, which is good. If we break the structure here and then move down to this area, that could be potential opportunity for long during the lunch macro. But again, it's a little bit too early to say anything. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this here. That is moving very, very slow, and it may be going like that for a while. Okay, so that's it. So let's do a quick summary of today's trading day. So we started the day, didn't take any trades whatsoever until 10:15. Now I did miss this perfect entry here. Hopefully that's gonna live in my memory, because we have created a lower high. We have broken the structure here. We moved up to this volume imbalance, which I only saw when we were like here, so too late. So didn't have the opportunity to enter here. That would be a pretty much zero drawdown trade for a massive potential move. I mean, the market moved like how many points from there? Over 200 points. So that was the trade of the day. Another opportunity to enter was here, which I did not enter as well. What I did is I entered a trade of this old order block for a quick bounce up. Looking at this right now, which I did not notice before, since we broke this major structure here, we moved up to this level. We could have entered for another short. This was another opportunity to enter the same trade. Okay. Or add to this trade. So if we were here, if we were in a trade here, we could add to this trade here, but we didn't. So we moved down. I wasn't interested in trading this because that was too late. We took another bounce trade for a quick bounce, but we were break even. And then we waited. And then we took a trade of this pretty much consequent encroachment. So this is the midpoint of the weekly opening gap from the week commencing 20th of October. So that was a good trade. I exited at 25 points. If we held this, then we could get over 100 points here, but I wanted a quick scalp, so wasn't really interested in holding this for any longer because the market was moving down. So it was just a quick scalp, and that's it. If the market moved to this line here, then I would probably enter another long for a move up, but unfortunately the market stopped here and now it broke this structure. So we have higher low, we have broken this structure now. So now if we move here in a controlled way, we could enter somewhere in this vicinity if we are given the opportunity to the upside. Okay, that's going to be still in a discount. It may even go a tad lower, maybe to this gap here. Okay, so like a drop, enter deep discount here below in the lower quadrant and move up. I'm not gonna wait for it. We scalped 44 points today, which I am happy with. So we will continue tomorrow. This was the day 2 of the challenge, and I will see you tomorrow. So tomorrow, potentially, I want to talk about selecting the prop firm account how to do this, which company to select. Definitely the Lucid Trading prop firm is my favorite choice right now. It may change in the future, but right now it's the best deal overall, which I will talk about a little bit tomorrow. There is a link for a best discount in the video description. So if you want to get it, you can. If not, then that's fine as well. And that's it for today. Okay, so thank you very much, and I'll see you all tomorrow.